Well, hello YouTube. In this tutorial we're gonna talk about arrays. But because we are in C and arrays are collections of elements, we must be very precise. So when we create array with integers as a data type, we must put there only integers and nothing else, because C is a low or let's say middle-level programming language. In some higher-level languages, in a collection of things you can put everything like strings and numbers and characters and all kind of stuff, but in a C, when you say integer, it must be integer. So that's theoretical stuff. Let's create one array. Where is my cursor? Array of integer, or collection of integer if you like that, or list of integers. So what will be name here? Well, name will be, I don't know, some numbers. Now when we are creating array in C, we must use this type of brackets, okay? And that means that we are first of all creating array, and then we can put in here as many elements we like. Of course, if we are not somehow limited with the capacity of our memory, of PC in general. So when you say empty brackets, this type of brackets, then you can put many integers, in this case, into that list, into that array. So on the right side there must be equal, and then we are rolling with curly brackets, and in here we're gonna have those elements of this array, which must be integers and nothing else. So let's put here, I don't know, 5 and 25 and 100 and 500, because this is instruction. Okay, we must use semicolon. Right. When we are here, let's create dedicated array with individual characters. What is the data type? It's char. Some chars will be name, let's say, because I'm not creative on plus 35 degrees or something. We are not limiting number of elements here, so empty brackets, this type of brackets, and again curly brackets with those characters. Now, when we are typing characters, we must not use only characters or double quotes. We must use single quotes. So A, comma, elements are separated by comma, and B, and whatever you like, I don't know, C. Right, so let me compile this just to see that there is no any kind of typos. There you go, no problem. Question: how we are going to extract any of these like individually? Well, to do that we are going to use their position in array to get those values, because what is always constant, what always exists, is position of those elements. We can change value of elements, but positions like 0, 1, 2, 3 will always exist. Well, at least we have that number of indexes from 0 to 3 because we have 4 elements. I know it's a little bit weird because in most programming languages we are indexing from 0. It's not like mathematical stuff when you're going from 1. When you are paying bills or stuff, of course, you're going from 1 and so on and so on. But this is programming and this is C. And we start from position or from index 0. So 5 will be at position 0, 25 will be 1, okay, 100 will be position 2, and 500 will be index or position 3. Yes, we do have 4 real elements, but we are starting to get them through indexes with 0. So 0 is always in C and most other programming languages starting point. We are talking about indexes here, and these are real values, and there is 4 of these elements. It's maybe confusing for some people. Just remember, we are starting from 0. So let's type based on index those values. So we're going to say print f like a number, and of course placeholder format specifier d and a little bit of n to go to next line, and we will concatenate that with target. What is a target? Target is that array, some numbers. So I'm gonna save a little bit of time, copy it here, But what are we targeting? We are targeting those indexes. And see this type of brackets? Well, we must have them right here. And inside, we're gonna state that index, that position where are some elements. So let's grab something at position 0. At position 0, we're gonna put those indexes right here and semicolon. And let me rebuild this and run it. There you go. Number 5 is really at position 0. There you go. So can we get all those other values knowing those indexes? Well, yes, 1 and let's say 3. Okay, we are skipping something at position 2 just for fun of it. Okay, and let's test that. So really 5 is at 0, 25 is at position 1, and 500 is at position 3. There you go, position 3. Same stuff with characters. Let me steal this. We are going to catch some characters like char. Char, because we are searching for chars, C must be not data type, I mean format specifier. And we are targeting some chars this time. Okay. And we do really care about, let's say, what is at position 0. What kind of character? Which will be A. So if we check that, what is at position 0 for some characters, and that is A. Is it correct? Yes. There you go. You probably get the point here. Bottom line, in C, we are rolling with indexes from 0. Right, so can we change those things? Like once when we have them, are they hard-coded? No. We can change them. For example, what is a target here? If we are going to change let's say this thing into something else, well, the target is some numbers, which is array. So just copy paste it down there or type it if you're not lazy like me. There is no need to use int here because this is when we are creating stuff and this is just usage of it. Okay, so we are trying to change something in some numbers that is at position 0. Okay, and we are for some, I don't know, reason changing that to 888. So we must change into same data type as original array, which is integer. So you cannot put character here because this array demands integer, right? Okay, so this is change, and now let's establish what's happening in reality. I'm gonna steal this line, copy paste it right here, and now real value after change will be 888. There you go, it's 888. So that's cool. You can do absolutely same stuff for practicing with chars, let's say. But I think that you get the point here. Definitely, because I'm going kind of slow. So question is, well, how we are going to roll like automatically through all of these elements with the help of for loop, let's say. Can we do that? Yes. So let's put this into comment section below, because maybe you're going to need it for reference reasons, I don't know. I mean, it is simple, but who knows. So how we are going to start with for loop? Well, first of all, we need a starting point, and starting point is index 0. It can be some other index, but for simplicity reasons, because we have only 4 elements, we are starting from 0. It's up to you. So for x, we do have them as a 0. Now x must reach what? X must reach total number of elements, and visually we can detect that there is 4 of them. So 4 of them, and we are not skipping any of those. So x equals x plus 1 or x plus plus, and that's it. We are just printing stuff. So I'm gonna grab this one and put it here, and because we are grabbing all of these elements based on position, how in a for loop we are going to get that position like automatically, because it's maybe tricky for some people. Well, we already have it here from x, which is 0, up till 4. So there is no need to type manually anything here. That doesn't make any sense. That's manual stuff. So we will just use that x in a moment of time that represents index, okay, from index from 0 to 3, or if you think about values from 1 to 4, and that will solve the stuff. There you go. Let me check that. 5, 25, 100 and 500, 5, 25, 100 and 500. Just remember, when you're in most programming languages, it's a usual error when you're a beginner to type something hard-coded here, but in reality you need to grab like abstract x or y or a, b, c, z, whatever you like here to use as abstract counter, let's say. So just use that and use it right here between these brackets. And good stuff is that most of programming languages are same when we talk about basic principles. So this will work in many other programming languages. You don't need to memorize these things. When you see them, when you learn them in other programming languages, it will be instantly, you will recollect it, okay, without too much mental effort. And now you can do absolutely same stuff for characters. I'm gonna leave that to you. Just change placeholder to be C for characters. Pretty much same stuff as here. Right, so that's pretty much it. As always, thanks for watching, and see you in the next tutorial. I'm gonna probably do something fun there. I mean, you cannot have a lot of fun because this is basic playlist, but still, maybe some people find this kind of amusing, especially if they are first time doing programming, and especially if they choose C because they probably read somewhere on internet that C is good for beginners. Well, it depends how you think. Any programming language is good for beginners if you are persistent and you are sticking with it, because when you're sticking with something, you're gonna override all kind of efforts. But if you're messing around too much with too much programming languages, then anyway, overall, the basics are same. So whatever you choose, you're gonna be fine. And you can easily switch languages. My advice for people is to use C and Python as first programming languages. And if they have time, definitely roll through C++, because C++ is a beast on its own. And once when you grasp C and C++, basics of it, not everything, then all other programming languages will be breeze. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next one. Ciao.